Good evening, welcome back. Hey Bobby, yep, I'm pretty good. Um Boy, am I tired. I've been like about 4 hours in the data hub looking for looking at Arsenal. I've played some of their games. And I give us a snowball's chance in hell of winning this cup final, to be honest. The form we are in is horrid. It doesn't look like it's horrid, but it is. And we are simply not playing very well, despite the fact that somehow we've managed to win three of our last five games. I really can't understand what's going on here. Um, but can we surprise Arsenal? The only thing I could see about Arsenal, if we go to, is that when they actually press, it's narrow. So you'll have the three here, and then the midfield three, including Declan Rice, will come up behind them. So if you're playing three, Lansif, how are you doing? So if you play three in midfield, then the three will come up and mark your or press your midfielder. So they've got a three pressing your four at the back, and then they've got a three very narrow behind them who are pressing behind. So the only thing I can think of is that you have to play down the flanks. You have to get beyond the press. You've got to go out wide. The only other thing that I saw is possibly Ben White, who might be an issue for them. He loses a lot of tackles around here, apparently, but he probably won't today. But in attacking-wise, he's playing as an inverted fullback to allow Zinchenko to come in here and add another midfielder. So I thought, is there any way that I can surprise Arsenal? And this is what I've come up with. We have played once with a three at the back, and I thought, okay, if they're going to press with three covering these three, and I need these three midfielders, then with five at the back, we should be able to break the first line of their press. So if I then focus play down the flanks, so hopefully the centre-backs will receive it and go wide. That means the front three press has too much work to do, causing problems. But I'm not going to attack. I made a decision that I am not going to win this. So I'm playing for penalties right from the start. And there is no attacking threat here at all. Absolutely zero attacking threat. We are going to play shorter at a much higher tempo. We're going to play very narrow, pass it into space, and then we will use these the flanks to try and beat the press. And yeah, I mean, as far as I can see, Lanciv, they are pretty decent at everything. I tried so hard to find a weakness that which is why I've actually decided I can't find a weakness. So I'm actually going to play cautious. I'm going to play for set pieces, dribble less, be more disciplined, and very narrow. And we're going to leave that blank because I don't think we're going to get many chances. We might as well give it a wallop if we see by chance the goal. We're going to regroup and we will try and counterattack. How successful that will be, I don't know. But I'm going to play in a low block with a lower line. Just get as many bodies behind the ball. Trigger press much more often to just stop them taking shots from outside the box. I've got a ton of opposition instructions, closing down the players who tend to take long shots like Zinchenko, Declan Rice and Odegaard. We're closing those down. I don't know about these hard tackling instructions because what I also want to do is to stay on the feet. They are strong at set pieces as well, and I don't want to be giving away set pieces. And then these I'm just going to tight mark. And I've also instructed Timon to mark Saka. I believe that should be Saka, and then Missouri will be marking. Missouri will be marking Martinelli out on the left there. Timon is on defend, and you can see there's no attacking threat. We've got Missouri on support. These are all on defend. I've got an anchor on defend, a ball-winning midfielder. I'm going to try and win the ball. And then the only attacking threat is from Morstadt and from Scott. Now, I also want to instruct the wing-backs to cross more often. And the reason why I want to do that is because we have a 6'5" forward up there. And if we're not going to create chances, let's just see what happens if we can just whip the ball in from deep. He's going to be up there, not doing anything other than waiting. And then Winkler, I want him to come back and support everybody. So we have no attacking threat. It's probably the most defensive that I have ever played, but I simply cannot see a weakness in this Arsenal team. How other teams have beaten them, I mean, their record is extremely good. They don't lose very often. And I think that's it. We're going to regroup. I can't see that I need to do anything else. I'd thought about hit early crosses, but we don't cross the ball very well. So I'm not quite sure that that's a good idea. Who knows? It might be that I can add hit early crosses, but I don't think that we're going to get very far up the pitch, to be perfectly frank. This is, hey Ben, how are you doing? Think here out of possession, allowing crosses would be better. It seems they will push. They have these three. I've watched 3 of their last games back in full highlights, in full match, and they have these banks of 3, and so it's quite narrow that they're playing. And if you try to beat those 2 banks of 3, I don't think you're going to get anywhere. And my worry is that my centre-backs will make mistakes and just turn the ball over. There's a lot of instructions. And at the moment, I mean, I can see why he wants to play balanced. He's not afraid of Arsenal, as I am. But work the ball into the box. We are not going to get many chances. And taking too many touches at that high tempo is not going to... It's not going to help us. I think that's probably as good a team as I can put out. I wanted to play Fincraft because he's a better defender, but he has fitness issues. Keita has fitness issues, and 1 or 2. Dominguez is not available, neither is Silva. So we have injury issues as well, which Arsenal are blessed that they don't have. Jose Mourinho tactics. But I think this is about as defensive as I have ever set up for a game. And I've been looking at them. They're fairly satisfied. So the instructions stay on the feet. Yeah, he's actually saying for the standard of tackling that we've got, it's probably a good idea. So I need probably a good game from my goalkeeper. And I'm going to need... someone, if we get one chance, someone needs to take it. Oh, God, what do I tell them? I mean, we're the underdogs. I did have a team meeting before this, actually, during the week. And I told them just go out there and don't worry about winning. We've done ourselves proud. I need to match it up now. So the pressure's all on them. We're the underdogs today. That suits us. Go and cause a few surprises. And I have told them, I can't now tell them we expect to win because I've already told them that we don't expect to win. So all of these down here, we could say, let's go and put on a show. That'll be a good one. Yeah, there you go. They're all happy about that. And, I have faith in you because we have a strong bond, even though there's all sorts of issues going on. They all seem happy and motivated. Ben, yeah, crushing a rock. How are you doing? Let's park the bus. That's what we're doing. We are parking the bus. If I can stay in the game, that's the aim. If I can stay in the game, then you always have a chance. And what my concern was, if you actually let these teams score twice in the first 5 minutes, you are not in the game then. So the idea is just to pressurize them, frustrate them, and we will try and keep as much possession as possible. I had an original thought of just playing it direct, and just forgetting about passing it, but just long passes out wide. But we're going to try and get as much possession, but it is going to be high tempo. We have to at least play at a high tempo. I don't know. It will be a mega surprise. And I have said that if I win this, I'll be angry with the game. God, send him off, referee. And the one of the things that FM doesn't like is when you play in a way it's not expecting you to. And this is about as different as Ipswich have ever played. And who knows? We've just got to keep them out. That is the secret. He's offside. That is the secret. If we can just stop them scoring, they might get frustrated. And so it's almost like, let's play for penalties. I don't know what this press is about. Didn't ask them to press. That's one of the things that I'm thinking is let's keep them out. Just focus on the job you've been given. Forget about attacking. And hopefully they will not find any space. I know I've got the lower line because watching them play, they tend to sneak these through balls for runners. And that is always a concern. These little balls with a runner coming from midfield, Declan Rice usually. So that's why I've got the lower line. Let's send him off, ref. Come on. That's true now. More stats got injured, has he? That's not very sporting. Hey, Neil, how are you doing? Calgary, good to see you. So I'm kind of... I mean, we haven't made a bad start, in all honesty. It's been fairly decent. I was expecting them to have pummeled our goal by now, and we're desperately defending our penalty area. But I'm just going to have a look at the moment, it's kind of like weird. It's saying we've only had 47% of the possession. I'm not quite agreeing with the stats there. I mean, this is an area, this is why we regroup, because this is an area when they turn the ball over, that's when we could be vulnerable. That's why I've got this back five. There you go. That's the through ball that I was talking about. They do these through balls, and I think he was onside. I think he was onside. No, he was just offside. That is what I was like. I've got this lower line because exactly that. And you've got these runners coming off into these areas. I can't go much lower. That would be like inviting chaos, but hopefully that's okay. It's disallowed. I mean, even at 1-0 down, we're still in the game. And I don't think they're going to be producing 20 chances in the first half. I've told him to cross it early. And what does he do? Dribble. I've told him to dribble less and cross it early And what does he do? I mean, I guess that's his decision making is really poor, which is why I've got more discipline to take that decision making off them so that they can't make those decisions, but they still do anyway. But I would say at the moment, things are okay. I'm still very concerned. You're offside again, Timon. I'm still very concerned about these through balls and whether or not to push the line up to standard to try and maybe prevent those through balls from happening, because maybe the line is a little too deep. And if we can then push up just a yard or two, it puts more pressure on the players who are delivering those little through balls. And I'm watching them back. They do that all the time. Penalty, ref. Osaka's gone wandering a little bit, which I don't like. But well done, Makengo. Needs a good game from someone. Only one player needs to have a good game. And who knows what might happen. But the longer it stays 0-0, the more frustrated Arsenal will become, I think, because they are the ones who are going to have the chances. So at 7 minutes, can we call it full time now? At 7 minutes, I'd say we're in the game. And I think if we stop it here, you can see the press. You've got this bank of three here. They're not pressing properly. So those three are on the centre-backs. Now, we do have a midfielder spare here. But then here it is. You've got this bank of three that are pressing the midfielders. It's not a great example of it. From a goal kick, you'll see it even better. And if we pass like that, you numbskull. But well done, Mane. But he's given it away as well. I mean, they do cross the ball well, so I thought about forcing them outside, but they're just deadly on the flanks as well. And I looked at how many headers they were creating. They have so many headers from crosses in and around the 6-yard box. They're just like, I don't know how anybody could possibly beat them, except luck would have to intervene. And this is the only thing I could think of. Let's just stop them. Let's not do anything other than stop them. And I'm quite surprised at the moment how far up the pitch we are playing. We're giving them a game. And our 3 central defenders are doing a very good job there. Commentator's curse coming up. And who knows? Who knows? Have we done a good enough job here? I mean, the idea is if they also get tired, then later on, because we are not expending too much energy, if we're just sitting back, regrouping, we're not expending energy. And the only thing that's expending energy is the high tempo when I want to go forward. So we'll probably see that there's a number of sprints into space, etc. At the moment, though, nobody's moving particularly well here. Winkler is coming deep. And Morstadt is coming deep as well, as deep as he can to get into this block. The block doesn't look great at the moment. But there's that little through ball again. And that's what causes the problems. So I don't know whether I should have the line higher up or whether it should be at this. What do you think, guys? Because they will play this diagonal ball all day. And I know because I've watched 3 of their games in full full match, so I've seen it time and time and time again, and I'm not quite sure how to deal with that. So that's why I put the line lower, so that it makes it more difficult to get behind. I think if the line's higher up, there's more space in behind. So hopefully we're doing the right thing here. And just all I want to do is stay in this game. I actually love watching the games in full match, because it's not just a bunch of random highlights. I just love this. Even though we're probably going to lose, it's actually a match strung together rather than even in comprehensive. If it's a dull game in comprehensive, all you see is 3 or 4 highlights and suddenly you're at half time. But it actually doesn't tell you anything. Yeah, I mean, you obviously have your stats to look at, but possession does not. See, there it goes. These are the runners. They're very high up on our defensive line, and those are the runners. So should we have a higher line and let them have that space to run into? I don't think so. Or should we have a lower line and hopefully that closes the space that they have available to them? But if I'm stepping up more, then I'm going to leave that space for them. So one of the things that I could think about is come off, step up more. I don't need to compact the midfield. So what I could do is to stop that step up more. Hey Siri, how you doing? Or Surt, how are you doing? I'm good so far. So if I take step up more off, then it means these defenders are not stepping up when they've got the balls in this area, and therefore they're not creating a little bit of space. And I don't think in the low block that we need to compact the midfield any more than we have. And I'm trying desperately to play the ball away from their midfield to avoid that press. So, we've had a shot on goal, have we? Well, that's what I want. Take a shot. So let's have a look at this. We've coming up to 15 minutes now. We've actually, that's better. That's a better picture. We've got 62% of the possession in the first 15 minutes. They did have that disallowed goal. But maybe that is the game warning me that if you continue stepping up, then they are going to get behind your line. But at the moment, we're dominating possession. I don't know how we're managing that. I would like to see a little bit more movement from the forwards. I expect nothing from the wing-backs except to stay where they are. And now, you see, I don't like this wing-back being too far forward. He has a job to do, and he needs that to do that job. Arsenal's press is very interesting. I mean, I've been watching it for hours, and it is a very, very tough press that they put on you. But at the moment, we are passing it outside the press, which is really good, which is working. And that's good. More stats, 6'5", can't beat Saliba. I mean, he's got a tough job up top there on his own against Saliba. That's what I want to avoid. That's a free kick. It's like, don't make mistakes, boys. It's like, I guess that maybe we are a poor team, so we are going to make mistakes. I just hope the mistakes we make aren't right in the middle of one of my centre-backs goes and makes a twit of himself. One of my centre-backs has gone missing, has he? Because that's... No, yeah, there he is. And he should be deeper because I want him on a cover roll. I think I've got him on a cover roll. No, I need him on a cover roll. It's, I think, really important that one of them steps back. So I'd like to see a little V in my defensive shape. But at the moment, it's... Ben White is proving to be a real problem, and Saka scored. Ben White, the inverted fullback, who I didn't think needed much attention. Okay, that puts a different complexion on the game now. That was just, we just did not pick him up. Well, I can't pick up every player on the pitch. And I identified him as possibly the weak link. He's proved to be the strong link. And there you go. Maybe it's that. Maybe the line is too low. Who knows? But it's only 1-0. We're still in this game. And if we can stay in this game until there's like 15 minutes left, we'll try and do something. I would be very, very surprised if Ipswich won this cup final. Very surprised. I think this is probably one of the poorest teams I've ever put together. And I have no idea why we're even in the cup final. We shouldn't be anywhere near it. They are just an absolutely dreadful team. No, that's better. We had a V shape there, which is better. So Ben White does like have acres of space. And I think maybe Morstadt should be looking after him. He's just roaming around in acres of space. So I'm going to tell Morstadt to look after Ben White. Someone's just got to track him. It's really, that's kind of like hard to take because Ben White was a non-existent player in all the games that I watched. All the Arsenal games. He did nothing and he looked like he was a weak link, and the stats seemed to suggest he was a weak link. And it's kind of like, oh boy, FM decides he's going to have this great game today. But it's only 1-0, and we just have to try somehow and stay in this game. Remembering that Arsenal are the ones expending energy. We are not, or shouldn't be, expending energy at the moment, but passing is like, do not lose the ball when there are simple passes that you can do, boys. It is interesting that we've had most of the possession. This is just what's puzzling me. How have we done that? And can we use the fact that we've got most of the possession to our advantage possibly in the second half? Because at the moment we are romping them in terms of possession. Yeah, we've had 65% of the possession. Can we use that to our advantage in the second half is the question. I mean, I don't expect us to create anything. This is the most defensive I've ever played. The fact that they've scored now, because I didn't take Ben White seriously. And he's the only player on the pitch I haven't taken seriously, because he just appeared in the last 3 games. He looked so bad. He looked totally out of place where he was playing. They are good in midfield too. They are good at taking the ball off teams in midfield. I could see that from the stats. It's another example of those little through balls that they play. But we covered that one. They are just so good at taking the ball off teams in midfield, and the stats just totally back that up. I don't know how anybody ever beats them, to be honest. Their data hub looks like they are the most perfect football team. And yet they have been beaten a few times. But I guess luck will play a part. I don't know why Morstat is coming back. He has a job to do. He's not... Oh, come on, ref. He's doing it all the time. Send him off. He's got a job to do now, Morstat, and he's not doing it. But he's not a marker. So I wouldn't expect him to be very good at marking. I just would expect him to track the player. So he is moving over to Ben White now. Just want them to stop him getting the ball. So they have to look for someone else, or he can't dribble with it. And maybe I need to be telling the players to close Ben White down. Wherever he is, close him down. He's not the quickest. So let's tell them to close him down as well. It's really strange that he was the worst player in their team when I was watching, and he's turning out to be the main threat. Because he's the one who's got acres of space. Nobody else has got any space apart from him. Saka is making insane runs past the wing back. But he's already on defend. We're already in a low line. But if he's not great at marking, then Saka's going to lose him from time to time. Saka 2 games ago did have probably what was the worst game of his career. I've never seen Saka have a 5.8. So I kind of thought, well, Saka's not in the best form of his life. But you can't, it's Saka. It's a shame he had that 5.8 2 games ago. He couldn't save it for this game. Hey, Sam, how you doing? But what I'm really struggling to understand is the possession. We've like 64% of the possession, and we are passing it around very nicely. If we can create chances as well as passing it around, it's something that we can use to good effect in the second half. Can we just keep them out for a while? When there's about an hour gone, we'll try and think about how we can use this good passing that we're doing. I might have guessed it would fall to an Arsenal player. There's like only one Arsenal player in the area for Ipswich, and it falls to the Arsenal player. Second balls are so important in FM. It's one of the most important things to look for. If your team is not winning second balls, you've got to do something. It's a big indicator that something's wrong if the opposition are picking up all the headers down. But at the moment, I'm fairly happy. It's only 1-0. It was And it's my error, I guess, because I didn't give Ben White any credence at all. I focused on every other player in that Arsenal team, but where Ben White was the worst player in their team, and I just thought, well, we don't need to do anything. I did instruct them to turn him onto his weaker foot, which didn't happen. He just had far... There you go. If we click it here, you can see this press. They've got the front three here, and then they've got the midfield trio to put pressure on the midfield. So this is one really unusual press that they've got. So if you try to get it through here, they're going to blitz you. So your only escape is out wide, and that's why I want the team focused down the flanks, because trying to play up through the middle, they're just going to blitz you. Come on, boys, we can get a goal. I'd make us favourites given the amount of possession we've had. But I've always said possession doesn't win football matches. Taking chances wins football matches. Taking chances, boys. Arsenal had one and took theirs. Go on, Missouri, have a pop. Oh, he's hit the bar, did he? And then it just bounced into his hands. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Does that count as a shot on target or off target? Like, is it a gegenpress? Does it look like that? This is probably the most defensive I've ever played. Well done, Mane. This is like park the bus stuff, this is. They're not, I don't know why they're pressing. They're not supposed to be pressing. We're in a low block with regroup, and they should be just sitting on the halfway line, allowing Arsenal to pass the ball around. We are high up the pitch, and I don't understand it. Hey, James. And at the moment, I mean, even Ben White's having a problem. So the only mistake I made was not having Ben White. Found you an ideal striker for Sunderland. Yeah, but you know what? The rules forbid me from doing that, James. The rules of that save are you can only sign players found by your scouts. The rules forbid me to do that. I mean, I could. It'd be so easy because I could put together a brilliant team because I've been playing this FM24 for 2 years now. I know who the good players are, who the wonder kids are, who are cheap to buy. So I could just go and sign them. But what I always have a problem with this, because why would you do that? Because you end up playing with the same players in every save that you do. And I kind of think, why would you do that? What? Just let your scouts find some good players for you. And they will. Eventually. I mean, we have found, my scouts did find 2 wonder kids in this save. We've got, and they're not young now, they're 19 and 21. And they're both classed as wonder kids, and they're very good players according to their attributes. They just haven't played for Ipswich. They've just been very poor. And I suppose you could argue, okay, it's going to take them a season to settle in. So that's why they're so poor at the moment, is because they're... Again, I'm not allowed ZN to interfere with that. I think we have up to our max now. But the chief scout is responsible by the rules. The chief scout sets everything up. If I go to one of the scouting meetings and they ask if there's any areas I'd like to, then I can add. But I can't tell them I need a fullback. They have to come up with that. That's the rules in the Sunderland save. In this save, I can do pretty much what I want. Like Winkler, Diamonde is not classed as a wonder kid now. He's a bit older, but he's a very good centre-back. We're very, very fortunate to have signed him. Winkler is a wonder kid, and Silva is a wonder kid as well. But neither of them have actually done anything this year. Diamonde is a very good player. There's no doubt about it. And there's another one of those little forays. And he's on a defend duty, but he might be the wrong one to be there. Finkgraf would do a better job defensively than Timon, but Finkgraf is injured. And I'm limited in how long I can play him. But I wanted the defending wing-back on this side because Saka is more dangerous than Martinelli, I think. They're both dangerous. But I think Saka is more dangerous. But we still are... I mean, we haven't had the ball for a while, but we still had 60% of the possession. So I'm just wondering, I'm thinking in my head, can I find a way to use that passing ability in the second half? And when they are getting tired, because they will get more tired than we will, because they're not exactly running us around the pitch either, because we've had the possession. Can we use... Well, this looks a bit dangerous, yeah. What's the referee looking for? I couldn't see anything wrong with that. It's just some lovely passing outside the box, some great passing combinations. Yeah, couldn't see anything wrong with that. I don't know what Morstadt's doing back in the wing-back position. We got ourselves pulled all over the place. It's okay. It's game over now, I think. We're not going to come back from 2-0. That was kind of like... I don't know how that happened, to be fair. But there we go. I mean, that's what... They are deadly. I don't know how they ever lose a football match. I have tried so hard to find something that's wrong with that team. And there's no way I could see anything. You give them the ball around here, they're deadly. As they've just proved. Absolutely nightmarish for defences. And I don't know how anybody would defend against that. I mean, if you don't have numbers back, it's just like you're going to lose 5-0. We still might lose 5-0. But in a way, I'm happy because I was so angry with the game last time out that I did say that if we won this cup final, I was going to be so angry because we shouldn't even be in it, let alone winning it. As you see, again, it's so easy for them to take the ball off us. I can't find any weakness. Their passing at the back is brilliant. They win the ball in midfield like it's falling off a log for them. And up front, their movement is just too much. I mean, I have to go a little bit more positive in the second half. We've got to try and get back in this game and maybe try and see if we can play more positive and keep possession, push up, try and push them back. But I would say we've been unlucky. They're just too good up front. He's got a bruised ankle. That's because we're 2-0 down. He wants to come off because we're 2-0 down. He doesn't want to play anymore. Say I don't have a ball winner now. That's so cool of FM, isn't it? Not the ball winner was doing any good. Kita, he's not. He's like a extra time sub. So what can I do? Thanks, FM. You knew I didn't have a replacement. I could put Gomez up there, but then I don't have. I've only got Grin back. Could play as a deep line playmaker here, but I think he wants to play on support. Alande is a deep line playmaker, but he's not very good at it. Okay, decisions to make. I'm gonna bring on Graham back. He's not a ball winner in anybody's mind. Tackling 6. So I'm going to play him as a deep line playmaker on support. We're screwed anyway. Missouri's having a dreadful game. And Atom isn't playing very well. Don't know what's wrong. I'm going to make Atom a central defender. And I'm going to tell him take fewer risks. And then the goalkeeper's having a bad game. Oh, FM, you're really going for it today, aren't you? Was that Martinelli injured as well? So second half, I think we're going to see a different Ipswich. We're going to have to attack them. We're going to have to push the lines up. We'll try and keep the ball. We'll keep the passing, keep the shape, keep the passing. Just put the wing backs on a more attacking role and hope that the back three can stop us losing 6-0. Oh, God. That's exactly what I hoped wouldn't happen, is the defenders make silly errors like that. And they're all being told simple passing. Again, what has gone wrong with our passing? It was brilliant at the start of the game. What's gone wrong with it? Have their heads gone down now that they can't pass the ball? They've given up. They've just given up. Timon's now 6.3 as well. Both wing backs. They're being taken to the cleaners. At 2-0 down, I'd expect the central defenders to be playing badly, but not the wing backs. Especially as they're on defend duties. They're just being taken out. I think it's time to go for it. Let's go for it just before half-time. So we'll keep the shape, but I'm going to go fairly narrow. And the passing is okay. We've passed okay. And that will do for that for now. And I'm going to counter press them and try and play higher up the pitch. See what happens. I don't like the higher line, but I don't think I have much of an option. I'll keep it at standard and step up more. But I think that we are going to get annihilated going forward. I need to change some of the roles now. We'll put Timon on support. Missouri can go on attack. Probably need another attacker, so I'm going to go into balanced. So I've only got 3 attacking players. That's not enough. So I'm going to put Timon on attack as well. We're going to go for it. And I have to, I think, play a high line, but we'll just see how the standard goes. But they're just going to break my line continually now. These players up front are an absolute nightmare. They've got 5 moving all over the place. The problem is, if we turn the ball over now, this is what's going to happen. Now you head it on and then you run after it, Morstad. You don't stand still and think, oh, hang on, am I supposed to run after that? You just head it on and run. Donkey. I mean, I don't know if Neil's still in here because I do believe that you've tinkered with decision making and it plays a bigger role in the game now. I've got a team of very poor decision makers. We look to be doing quite well, do we? I actually agree with you. I think we've kept the ball very well. It just, my plan just didn't work. To sit back, it didn't work. And they were too good for us. Oh, come on. What? Referee, send him off. He's done that 3 times now. Enough. They do, like, get stuck in the middle of the park. They win the ball all the time in the middle of the park. I wish I was manager of this Arsenal team. That would ruin their careers. They probably would be sitting in about 12th. Yeah, I don't have a team full of quality decision makers, unfortunately. I don't have that kind of money to spend. I've gone more for physical attributes and mentals such as work rate and determination. Those are the players I can afford, not the great decision makers. We've got 1 or 2 who have good decision making, but they are the forwards who just are not playing at the moment. My forwards are just having a horrid time, which is part of the reason why I decided to start with this defensive, because my forwards might as well not be there. I think it was Ferguson who started a game once with 9 defenders, didn't he? Decided to abandon forwards. I think that was against Arsenal and he won 2-0. He played with 9 defenders. Just took Arsenal completely by surprise. And that's not going to help. And like, look at him clapping. That control was dreadful. Hang your head in shame. Don't go clapping. Idiot boy. Martinelli's struggling out there because I noticed that Missouri has now got the measure of him since he got injured. But unless we create chances somehow. And going higher up has not helped. The other thing that I can do is to take a Rio chance. The other thing is to take a Rio chance. I mean, we've had nearly 60% of the possession. I know it doesn't win football matches, and they've had two very good chances and taken them. But in terms of the player stats, I've got players who are not playing well. That's Arsenal. I wish it was me. Goalkeeper's doing okay, I think. Can't be blamed for the goals. Don't know why he's got such a bad rating. His passing's even quite good. It's the wing backs. Where are my wing backs? Where have you put my wing backs? Well, there's Timon. He's doing okay, Timon. But his crossing is absolutely awful. It's just he's being penalised for his crossing. The other one is Missouri. His passing is 91%. I can't ask for more than that. His crossing is absolutely terrible. So both of these are being punished ratings-wise for the fact that they can't cross the ball. So that's something to look at. And then Winkler is not having a good time. It's a 91% pass completion. His is more defensive actions. Well, I didn't really care about his defensive actions. And Atom probably isn't having the greatest game, but that will be... Well, his passing's fine. So I can't really see anything here that... So Arsenal have played well, basically. They've had two chances and they've taken them. There's not much happening around Saka, is there? Most of it is around Martinelli. So if I switch those over and try to play down the left more, switch over the attacking. We are playing mainly, our pass combinations are down the left, but we do have a lot down the right. But there's nothing happening in the middle of the pitch for Arsenal either. So that might be a cunning plan. Play down the middle. Somebody's got to take control of the middle of the field. So I can't really see anything in there. I don't think we've done anything wrong, to be honest. Timon has to... We have to do something with Timon. So cross more often is not an option now. So what I'm going to do is ask him to cut inside with the ball. Shoot less often, take fewer risks. Although his passing was pretty decent. So there's no point in them crossing. Same for this one. His crossing, he hasn't had a single completed cross. Shoot less often as well. Cut inside with the ball. I don't think apart from that we've done anything wrong. I'm going to switch to the middle. Neither team is taking advantage of the middle of the pitch. We've got to try. Let's focus it through here. So we will keep this. Keep it narrow. But now we'll try and put pressure on them. Do I push the line up? I'm going to push the line up. I've got nothing to lose. We've got to try. And if I go positive, I've got 4 attacking players. Then that will be enough. Yeah, that's, I mean, pretty much what I'm trying to do, Marius. You need help with a tactic. I've got the best striker in the world, 2 number 10s, which are extremely creative, and 2 classic wingers. Sounds like 4-2-4 that you need there, ZSM. If you want to play them all regularly, sounds like a 4-2-4. What's he recommending? Go and win the trophy. We're 2-0 down, you dummy. I think we're in the position we deserve to be. I want a much better display. That was satisfactory. That was one of the worst halves of football. Yeah, I'm going to tell him that. It's one of the worst halves of football. I was relying on my defence to stay solid, and they didn't. And, we're going to go for it anyway. We're going to go for it. Oh, they've made a change, have they? 2 changes. Because Martinelli is obviously... Oh, wait, I've got to sort this out. Because Saka has now switched, and my wing-backs will be running all over the place. So he's a right-footed player. No, I want him going outside on his right foot. Hard tackle, right foot. And Saka now is the issue, because Timon will be marking Saka on the other side. No, it switched it over for me. It's very kind of it. It doesn't normally do that. Yeah. Be best playing 3-4-2-1, have wing backs rather than wingers. That's an idea. I would possibly try a 4-4-2-4. If they are that good, then you might as well be attacking. Because you've got 2 really good strikers. You can't play them both in a 3-4-2-1. Did you say 2 really good strikers? Oh, no, 1 striker. Yeah, I mean, if you've got 2 good number 10s, you could also try the Christmas tree. Like a 3-4-2-1 narrow. What I can't believe is how Arsenal have just given us the ball. We still got the ball. And the games that I watched them, they were like having 65% possession. They've just given us the ball. Maybe that's how they caught me out. Because I wasn't expecting to have any of the ball. Yeah, you could, Jeremiah, see, there's a lot of things you could do with what he's saying. To use the 2 attacking mids, though, the 4-3-3 probably isn't going to cut it. Because he's got 2 extremely good number 10s. And unless he can play those as wingers, but he's also got 2 really good wingers. It's all over now, then. 3-0, I was hoping to avoid a really heavy defeat. But this has been one of the worst performances of the season. They've just not played. They've had all the ball, and somehow they've conceded 3 goals. And maybe it's Arsenal have just turned up today, because I don't think we've been that bad. But now we're done. So now we can go to comprehensive now, because it's game over. Pretty much. It doesn't matter what we do now, it's game over. Stream usually at 8 o'clock. Started early today. I did leave a community message because I was playing this game in full match. I was hoping it would be a little closer than 4-0. As soon as I went attacking, you can see what's happened. As soon as I went attacking, this team can't attack. I need to be imbalanced. This team doesn't know how to attack. And I would like... We were doing all right up until I went to positive. I need to go back to balance. They just don't know how to do it. And I think the higher line has to come back, because they can't play with a high line. They just have no idea how to do those things. So it's done now. Let's go to key highlights now, because it's done. I was kind of hoping to avoid a 6-0 thrashing. But I would have been fairly angry if we had won this game, because we shouldn't be here, and FM is just messing about. And it's not like we didn't beat good teams on the way. We beat them all. We beat Tottenham on the way. We had Brighton on the way. Oh, another one. Oh, FM, why are you doing this? Is it fun for you? Is it fun for you? And you make the goals even funny? Ah, dear. Right, players have got to come off, haven't they? It's the goalkeeper. It's picked on my goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's got to come off. Timon's got to come off. I did want to play Fincraft, but he wasn't fit. Missouri's got to come off. And Morstadt has been an absolute disaster. Winkler hasn't been much better. Alex Scott. Oh, can't make any more. I'd like to get them all off, please. I shouldn't have to substitute my goalkeeper in a final, FM. Yeah, but 5-0 in a final, nah. In fact, I take the blame, because we were 2-0 down defending. We'd have probably lost 3-0. And then as soon as I went attacking, we conceded 3. So I take the blame. Should have just stayed defending and we'd have only lost 3-0. I just cannot. I mean, I spent hours in the data hub. There is not a single weakness in that Arsenal team. I don't know how anybody beats them. But that's who we are. That is an example of how bad this Ipswich team is, and why I am struggling so much. Because every window I seem to think that I'm improving the team, but I'm not. It's getting worse every transfer window. And am I supposed to be happy now, FM? Is that supposed to make me jump up and down and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, FM? We're in season 5, ZSM. The keeper's off because he was took the blame for all the goals. And Stankovic is injured. I shouldn't really have taken him off, but Stankovic is injured. I don't know how that went wrong. We were like totally in charge of the game. They took those 2 chances. That's all they had. We're still winning the possession, even now we're playing higher up the pitch. But it could get to 6, yeah. I don't know what is wrong with this save. I really don't. I am struggling so much with it. But year on year, I seem to get worse and worse. We're playing well. Shoot on sight, Mr. Assistant. You know what happens then. They start taking shots from about 40 yards. I think that they are the worst decision-making team that I've ever seen in my life. They make absolutely dreadful decisions all the time. So maybe I've got to sign only players with good decision-making. Thanks, Marius, for popping along. See you later, ZSM. Have a good night. No, I was hoping it might be 1-0. I was hoping that a 1-0 defeat might suggest that we could still win the Conference League. We're not going to get anywhere near the Conference League title. No way. Not a chance. Nobody turned up. They played well for 20 minutes, gave me false hope. And then they fell apart. I don't know. But I take responsibility because I know they can't attack. They cannot attack this team. It's like, so putting them in positive was going to leave us really vulnerable. And we either go back to the 4-3-3 now or the 4-2-3-1 possibly. I just feel like if I need to teach them how to attack. They just like, we need to play in attacking mode. Otherwise they will never learn to attack. So I'm going to go attacking against Watford. Whatever will be, will be. And I just don't... In a way, I'm happy that we didn't win, but I'm not happy with the way we lost. But 2-1 or 2-0 even would have been a fine result. Because if we had won that, the game's cheating. It's doing stupid things, the game, if we had won that. And when is it? 3 days. They don't deserve a rest. But unfortunately, they have to be rested. Oh, the draw has been made. We didn't get a very good draw either for the Conference League. We got a tough draw for that. Slavia Prague. That's where we go out, I think. Maybe I should have played Aribas, because he's in the Carabou Cup. He's got an average rating of 8.15. He doesn't have an overall rating of 8.15. That's for sure. They shouldn't be presenting any problems, and we're just going to attack. And if we lose, we lose. This save is doing strange things, and all I can do is go along with it. What I do know is that we are a dreadful football team, so I can only go along with it. Yeah, I want to go near post. Yeah. Why throw-ins? What is the point? FA Cup spectacle. It's ready for an FA Cup farce. Well, he's putting in Dominguez and Aribas. I can't say I can argue with this. And he's dropped Moorstadt, and I can't say I can argue with that. The forwards are just so bad. So I need to set them up. We'll play. He's going to be on support. I don't want two attacking wing backs, especially at the beginning. He's dropped Diamonde as well. But he's probably given me a rubbish bench. So we've got Gren back. No, Finkgraf that should be. Yeah, what kind of a bench is this? Garosabal. I'm actually going to play Garosabal instead of Missouri, who was an absolute nightmare. Got to drop these players, teach them a bloody lesson. Allen? He's definitely not in my plans. I'll send him back to the dungeons of the... Oh, he's already in the under-21s. I just don't want him anywhere near the team. Diamonde, Badgertich, he can have a rest, and then Badgertich can do the defensive central. And then we have Grembach, Marin. We'll see why he wants to put him on the bench, but I don't. Alex Scott. I need a winger. Silva's not ready yet. Imminently. I don't have a winger. We'll have to go into this game. Alex Scott can play on the right. And Grembach can play on the left. Okay. If they don't win this game, I'm going to resign and look for another club. Because this is getting too hard. Silva is back, but he's not fit yet. Oh, Diamonde's injured. Oh, lovely. Well, at least he was not even on the bench. This game is relentless. It just never stops. You never get a break. Never. Then I'm going to do another save, and I'm going to actually start with a new manager profile, because I'm absolutely convinced this nonsense is absolutely because of your manager profile. Makengo is fit, so he could probably come on the bench. I could put Winkler on there for... Makengo can have a rest. I'm just going to let him do it. But it always pays when you do that to go and check with him again. If we lose this, I think I'm just going to resign and just see if I can get another club. It will be end of save. And then I can start a new one with a brand new manager profile. Because these saves are not supposed to be this difficult. Not unless you have a bags of experience. Well, I want to play positive. Why did that change? Okay, so what's the width? Fairly wide. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've got any choice. I need to see a marked improvement. However, half these players weren't involved in that cup final debacle. I don't know why the game chose to do that. 5-1 defeat in the final. I should have stayed in that low block. The low block was being... All right, they scored 2, but it was fairly successful. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Have I ever eaten on a manager? I've no idea what the question is. Pret-a-manger. Quick question. Aren't the BWM and the IWB going to overlap? Let's have a look. You might be right. I set it up quickly. No, he's on attack. So I want him in these areas. That's where I want him to be. And I'm hopefully not going to have him going further than that. So I've got to get bodies forward. So he's no point in him being crossing the ball. We don't cross very well, as we just saw. So I want him in here, making a nuisance of himself in there, which is why I'm pressing high up the pitch. The other one, actually, I want him, as was demonstrated in the final, to be cutting inside as well. I want him coming into this space rather than trying to cross the ball. It's pointless. Arribas, he likes to play as a winger. He has 14 crossing. We'll give him a chance, but nobody seems to be able to cross in this team. So, as far as I can see, what am I doing? I don't think... We'll keep an eye on it. You might have a good point. We'll keep an eye on it and see if that is actually happening. Let's go to comprehensive so we can keep an eye on it. I mean, we, dare I say it, 3 shots, 0 on target. That is how we attack. We are just rubbish. We cannot attack. They cannot get shots on target. And maybe I'm going to have to set up training where they do nothing else but shooting. I mean, I don't know. You might be right, Joseph. They might interfere with. The only way to check it out is to watch it. And I can't see it, though, because I want the inverted wing back higher up than the ball-winning midfielder. The ball-winning midfielder might actually be higher up as well, but I don't think he's going to go as high because we're only in 2 in midfield. And I don't think he's going to go as high as the wing back. See, 4 shots, 0 on target. I don't know what to do. It's like it is the worst football team I've ever had the pleasure of managing. 5 shots, 0 on target. Can I tell them all to shoot less often? Would that help? They've got good finishing attributes. They've got good composure. So what's going on? Oh, we've had 1 on target, have we? It must have been saved. Another 1 off target. Deflected, though. So I'm trying to find, but everything is about set pieces now, and I can't find the players. Was he offside? Are they checking that? No, it's given. I have no idea what happened. Did it get cleared and it bounced off him? I have no idea what happened there. It just hit him. He cleared it and it hit him on the head and went in. So I can't really say that we've scored a goal. Because it just hit him on the head and bounced in. He's going to claim it as a deliberate act, of course. What, you're going to give me a cup run now as well, are you, FM? This is just an insane game. I wouldn't mind winning the Conference League if that's possible. But we're going to have to play well against Slavia Prague to do that. So where is the... So he's here at the moment. I think that's... Yeah. And the ball winner should be chasing the ball around, I guess. He's here. No, that's Aribas. Where's the ball winner? So Dominguez is there. I don't think they're going to be interfering with each other. But I can't see enough of the game. Even in comprehensive, you don't see enough of the game. It's just like random highlights put together. And you don't know how you've got from one to another. I expect we're going to beat Watford by that lucky goal. The boys will want heaps of praise heaped upon them. So there they are. Could be a little tight on each other. But I don't want him in that area. I want him going forward, and he's actually not doing that because we're defending in the highlights now. We're defending. So the minute I have a higher line, this is what happens. I cannot play them in a higher line. They will score in a minute. So I have to lower the line. I can't play this team with a higher line. Watford are going to score in a minute because they're just finding it too easy. And we are not defensive enough. I'm going to go back to balance because we cannot play in positive. And let's just check how much of the possession have we had. We haven't had the possession in this game. But I want to play at the high tempo to try and create some movement. I've got a lot of players up there on roam from position, including Valesco, if that's going to count. That's the kind of movement I wanted to produce in the cup final. But never got it. So that's better. But it's Watford. It's championship team. So I don't think we can gloat over this one. Oh, it's close. I think his shoulders might have been offside. But if the VAR's happy, so am I. I'm going to have to change Dominguez's role anyway because he's on a yellow card. And I don't want a ball-winning midfielder on a yellow card for all of the second half. So I have to think about that now. He can play as a DLP on defend. And now I can tell him to stop it. A DLP hopefully now might not interfere too much with the inverted wing back. He's having a good game playing as that inverted wing back. Serious injury on Mane? I don't think so. He looks fit and healthy enough. See, we get given penalties against us for that kind of challenge. But when it happens to us, it's never a penalty. I can't remember when I had a penalty. I think that's the second time that guy has decided to do some of that. Let's have a look at their shooting. No, it's the first time. Oh, we already are. But it's alright. He's almost done. He's not going to last the whole game. Is it showing highlights? Yeah. So why are they not engaging them? What if I got the trigger press on much more often and they're just sitting and watching them? Counter press is on as well. They're just sitting there and watching them while they take long shots. I actually don't know how to solve this. I really don't know. Okay, what happened there? I think we're just gonna go into key highlights, I think, and then just see the season out and hope next season's better. Just set it up before each game and then just go into key highlights, because I just don't know what to do with them. I mean, I remember when this all started going wrong, and that was halfway through season 3, when everything started to go pear-shaped and I couldn't fix anything. And I have to raise the line because they are just standing off them. This is crazy. I just think this is absolutely mad. They're standing and watching them. And it all started to go wrong. And at that time, I got offered job interviews with Juventus, Manchester United, with AC Milan, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich even offered me a job interview. The game was telling me at that stage, get out now while you can. No, Mane's all right. He's on a yellow card. He's putting himself about as well. Looks quite fit. Wouldn't surprise me if we lose this game. These boys have got no idea what they're doing. But they can't attack. If I go positive, we're in big trouble. I might have to go to the 4-3-3. I'm going to have to put an extra midfielder in there. Right, let's go to the 4-3-3. I can't allow them to have that much space. They're obviously a better team than we are. The problem I've got is this geezer. Dominguez can come in here. And I think Arribas can come in here. Oh, playing an advanced playmaker, they're just not good enough to do it. Can be a centre mid on attack. And I'm going to play him as an inside forward, because there's just no point in playing him as a winger. And then Grossabal I'm going to put as a wing back on support. Actually, no, those are wrong, aren't they? Frustrated by the feedback. Get on with it. You're not playing well, and don't try to convince me that you are. We haven't got shoot on sight on, have we? Because they're taking shots from like everywhere. Maybe that's what I need to do, is just be more disciplined, because I've had them for a while on be more expressive, because they quite like that instruction. Always goes down well with them in the team meeting before. Maybe I've just got to tell them, you can't be. You're not good enough. But they're still not doing what they're told. And Watford have had... They actually are the better team, Watford. How they're not ahead. They're probably feeling like I did in the cup final. They've been sloppy in front of goal, Watford. That's although they would be ahead. Maybe I should have played, like, just drop the first team. Am I at that kind of, like, level in the save where I've just got to drop the first team, have the courage to drop the first team? For maybe 3 or 4 games. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. I just cannot find a way to get them to play well. I cannot. For whatever reason it is. I'm going to play Badgertich as the ball-winning midfielder. He can do it. Have the courage maybe to play a couple of youngsters and drop this bunch. Nobody's particularly tired, but we probably need to swap the wing backs because they're the hardest workers. Kieta's not having a great game, but we'll wait for a few minutes. Actually, 6.7 isn't bad. That's average, isn't it? That's where they start. So that's not bad. Right, Kita has definitely gone. I'm going to play Marin in here, but he can't play as an anchor. Just play him as a deep line playmaker there. And yeah, I don't have any wingers, do I? But I can put, I think, leave him on. Just got to do one more. Who's the most tired? Probably Atom. I can't. I have to do it now, don't I? Use it or lose it. And I put Badgertich up here, so I can't swap. He's playing well. But Allende isn't. He can play this side. And Winkler can come on there. I wouldn't say this was a satisfactory victory. Watford have been very poor in front of goal. We've actually started to play better in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, it's all very well against Watford, boys. I'd like to see you do it against Bournemouth. That would shock me. So I think what I might have to do is lie to them first. But what I might have to do is to play Arribas and Valesco and to forget about the players that I'm told are good. Praise that he's ended his goal drought. So forget about the players who are good and just play the players who this coaching team don't rate. These like Morstadt, Winkler, all of whom are allegedly improved this year. I don't know how. And Silva, we can try Silva when he's fit again. But he's no better than Winkler, so just play these boys. And drop the first team. See what we can do against Bournemouth. I think I'd have to go into the 4-3-3 against Bournemouth. That's a bit scary. Right, we've had a win now. So that means we're going to lose against Bournemouth then. We don't get 2 wins on the trot in this save. See? Showing pleasing progress. Like, no, he isn't. He is not showing pleasing progress. There's not a lot to them, is there? Except that we can go to the near post, yeah. There's really not much to them. Thank God their finishing and long shots is poor. Okay, I think we should be attacking these boys as well. Why is that sat there? Give it a try. We'll stay balanced. They don't like positive. I want to trigger press more. Yeah, that's fine. They don't like playing in positive. They hate it. This might need a shift to a standard line. No, you didn't have an injury, James. Missouri, Diamonde for Atom. Gomez, Silva, Scott, Alunde. No, if they're fit, they're playing. Yeah, he's fit. Alunde's fit. He's fit. Yeah, they're all fit. They can play again. Atom is not fit. He's tired. Diamonde is not. What happened to Diamonde then? Silver could possibly... We'll put Silver on the bench. Alex Scott probably can be tried out. Nah, he's not a Volante. Dominguez or João Gomez probably. Yeah, that'll do. So Dominguez can come on the bench. And Winkler can come on the bench as well. Yeah, I just want to play the not so good players because I think my scouts or my coaching staff might have got this all wrong. And that's what I might be missing, is like, don't play them because they're not as good as the coaching staff are telling you. So we'll see how this front line gets on against Bournemouth. Maybe that's what I'm being told. Lies, that they're not as good as they're telling me. Might be. Oh, skip the draw. Are we in the quarter-final of the Cup? Good God. Brentford can deal with that after. You want to do more quickness? Okay. Can sort that out for you. So, let's see. Bournemouth, who are having a dreadful season. What's their form like? They've got to have a win, haven't they? And guess who they're playing next? Just going to quickly... Bournemouth. They don't have the ball, so it's hard to say. Out to the flanks by the look of it. Everything is on the flanks, isn't it? Nothing in the middle. And these passes are going out to the flanks. Couple of long passes down the middle, but mostly things are going... Okay. Andy, good to see you, my friend. Okay, so now I just want to quickly look at why that is happening. Complete wing back on this side. Okay, that explains it. And then an inverted wing back on this side, but it's still going out to him. So we've got to make sure we cover this Kirkes, Mr. Kirkes, and he's okay. We don't need to worry about him. And probably he's quite dangerous. Coming inside, good pacey player. Yeah, he wants to bring the ball inside. Shoots from distance as well. Okay. So if we double up on Kirkers, that should be... Uh-oh. This only ever happens, that delay, only ever happens when I'm actually online. When I'm offline, it's like really fast. I don't know why it happens when I'm online. Silver, still not fit. Okay, tactics. So why is that changed now? I did not change that back. I changed it to a wing back on support. But I'm sure I had it the other way around just now. And then a wing back. He's better on support, so he's on attack. I just changed this around, which means he's an inside forward on support. And he is an inside forward on attack. Oh, just, you saw me do this. I just changed this around. He is a deep lying forward on support. And the rest is fine. And we do want possession. Oh, got a internet error. Is everybody still okay? I have an internet error coming up. Yeah, we're going to go with that. But I'm going to play balance, because if I go attacking, positive or attacking, they can't do it. They concede goals like crazy. So Kirkers is their main problem out on the left. He needs tight marking as well as left foot. That's going to bring him inside, but he also needs closing down. Max Aaron's onto his left foot. Doesn't make any difference because he's coming infield anyway. And he is right foot. These two... Lusa is the playmaker, isn't he? Yeah. So we will tight mark him and then close down Cook and Skip. Try to put them under pressure. Right, that'll do. We'll see what happens in this one. Yeah, so we beat Watford by a few goals. I don't think it makes any difference. Again, I want that movement up top that we saw against Watford, but I think they can only do it against, like, Vanarama teams. Traore, Mark tight. He's, like, got mental pace. And I just want to check that I've got the roam on. Should be. I've not turned it off at any time. It's gone. How lovely. He should be roaming. No, that's gone as well. I wonder if all my instructions are gone. And he should be roaming. And we'll see if we can create that movement, which worked so well at Sunderland, but doesn't seem to work with Ipswich. Come on then. Dish up what you're going to dish up, FM. I don't know how you guys can play in key highlights. Like, I'm totally blind to what's going on in the game. We've had 2 shots, 2 on target, which is a good sign, but we haven't had the ball. And I can see they're focused down the right-hand side, which is where I have an attacking wing-back. No, he's on support. Nothing's happened, but we've had all the attempts on goal. Come on then, Atom. Oh, nearly. Well, I said in the last episode of this that we can only score from set pieces. So let's hope that we can play well from set pieces. Mr. Atom, over to you. But he's not playing well, and Mane's not playing well either. Which tells me there's something wrong with the line. The two wing-backs are playing fine. Two centre-backs are terrible. Cook is playing for Bournemouth. We signed him in the Sunderland save. It's an excellent signing. Good Lord, are we beating Bournemouth? I mainly sim the season and test variations of tactics now. So you've got too familiar with the graphics, Andy, is that it? I can understand, because after a while everything looks the same. You do get used to, especially your own goal scoring. If you have a team that can score goals, your own goal scoring, they score a lot of similar goals. There was a time when I was getting a lot of tap-ins in the 6-yard box. Oh, way too many of them. Don't get so many of them now. I score goals from wide out, on wide of the 6-yard box now, from about there. Yeah, there's another one. So from here, these areas, I get lots of goals. And yeah, they can all look the same. But previously, I was getting lots of cutbacks from around here into the 6-yard box, and Morstat was just tapping them in. So I guess the graphics do tend to get a bit familiar. The game only has limited things it can do with each thing. But I'll tell you what, I think I was right to drop the first team forwards, because this lot are much better. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the secret to this is that this challenge is when your coaching staff is lying to you. And they're telling you things that are not true. Maybe that's what this challenge has been all about all along. Because we are playing much better when we drop the front four. And this is a team down the bottom as well, so they're hard for me to beat. There's another one. Especially watching your streams, you can see patterns of playing goals. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. The patterns do change, because previously, as I said, we were getting these kind of cutbacks that were going into the 6-yard box, and that's why Morstat got 17 goals in the first 16 games of the season, because all he had to do was stand in the 6-yard box and he was just getting them on a plate. But it's changed now a little bit, and most of the goals that are scored are from those angles by the 6-yard box. Yeah, I'm very happy. You guys have made me happy for a change. I don't think I need to do anything. They're not going to do anything, are they? Tyler Adams has come on, though. I really don't think I need to worry too much about him. Let's close him down in case. I'd like to close down the midfield. Go out and finish this off, boys. Bournemouth never turned up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just they're simulating the Premier League, and the Premier League this year was really interesting. There were all kinds of strange results. All kind of weird and wonderful results. Bournemouth still haven't had a shot yet. And we're just playing in balance. See, if I put them in positive, that will change. Something I've learned about this Ipswich team: do not play in positive. Okay, we can make some changes now. Who is tired? Atom is tired. He needs a rest, Atom. Creator's tired. Dominguez can come in for him. Mastueno. Alex Scott. We're probably going to need to switch the wing backs in about 10 minutes. Hey Callum, good to see you. Seen the Prem fixtures? No, I have read somewhere that they have been announced. I think it was something to do with FPL. So I need to go and have a look at some of the fixtures. I can't wait for it to start again. Gives me a lot to do on the weekends. And then I think the wing backs need to be changed, don't they? Both of them. Finkgraf and Missouri. There we go. No, we don't want an inverted wing back now. That's it. 5 subs used. Arribas should not be tired because he's like only played 2 games all season. He should not be tired. Hang on, this is the Premier League, isn't it? We shouldn't be winning this. Yeah, we missed it. Dipstick. I should have put more stat on. That was his type of goal, that. Well, Bournemouth, I'm glad I'm not their manager at the moment. Looking at their run of form, they haven't had a shot. Oh, they've had one now. It's taken them 80 minutes to have a shot. And it must have been from distance because it's a 0.01 XG. It's probably from their own half. And I think we're done. We can see this out now, boys. Sunderland play Newcastle just before your birthday. I mean, Newcastle are going to win that. Sunderland are not going to have a great team. But you never know with the Prem. And a derby, it's a great leveller. But you would have to say Sunderland are kind of... Who's got the toughest start, Callum? On my birthday, if they move... Well, they're going to show that on TV for sure, Callum, aren't they? So it might be a Sunday one. Might be the late or early Saturday. But they're going to move that one to TV because that's a big fixture. We went down. We won 3-0 and we went down in the table. How does that work? Leicester moved up by the look of it. They beat Crystal Palace 1-0. Leicester were below us. How does that work? I don't get that at all. Strange. When is the next game? We're coming... Oh, Slavia Prague next. What time is it? Oh, we got time to play Slavia Prague. We need to rest the team. Dare I bring that front four back now? Or do I continue with the players who've been actually doing much better? That's a tricky one, isn't it? How good are Slavia Prague, eh? I don't really know much about them. Do I just go with no prep and see what happens? They are an equivalent team to us, I believe. They've got great off the ball, but this is in their league. Oh, God, 4-4-2. This is in their league, isn't it? So this doesn't mean anything. I don't know what the Czech league is like. This might give me a better clue. We just about edge the defense. They've got much better long shooting than us, but we just about edge midfield, just about edge attack. Physically, we are better than them. The mentals, it's probably quite even. We just about shade it. And technically, they're a better team than we are. So they are not as bad as us at all. They are not worse than us. So we got to take this very seriously. But are we home or away? I think we're away in this. Oh, blimey. Which is their preferred lineup? Can you tell me that? Okay, formations used mostly 4-2-3-1. In which they've created a +2. When they've used the 4-3-3, they've just created a -2. And the 4-4-2. So the 4-2-3-1, they've got a +1. 4-4-2, diamond is a 0. +2, and the 4-3-3. The 4-3-3 looks better. If we're the away team, then I suggest the 4-3-3 is probably what we should be playing. Yeah, we are the away team. We play balanced. We're going to play fairly narrow. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. But I want to work the ball into the box and be more disciplined away from home. And we're going to counter press them. And we're going to push the lines up. More often trigger press. Yeah, so that's how we're going to play them. I just think the 4-3-3, looking at those little charts, is a little bit more defensively solid. And we're going to play balanced, yeah. The players are changing all the time. So he's going to be a wing back on attack. He's going to be a wing back on support. He's not going to be a winger. We're not doing wingers anymore. He's going to be an inside forward on support. And he's going to be an inside forward on attack. He's actually going to convert to an inverted winger. It's interesting how these boys have gone up. He's definitely gone up in terms of his rating. He was like 2.5 before. He's definitely gone up. Whereas these other ones are going down. So Keita probably best playing at the base, I think. And then Dominguez or João Gomez can be the ball winner this side. And then Alex Scott can be the central mid on attack on that side. Atom needs a rest, so Diamande can come in for Atom. Looks like a fairly strong team to me. And no wonder kids in sight. They have been dropped as being not good enough. Who's going to beat Manchester United first up? I actually don't know, Andy. It could be anybody. I just wish that they would focus, because they've signed Cunha, and it seems like, oh, okay, that's job done now. That's it. And they need to sell some players as well. Like, they need to get a shift on with this. Rather than making last-minute silly signings again. We're playing Sunderland, are we? Oh, that'll be an event for me then. That'll be quite cool. We actually need to win this one now, because we need to go above Leicester. Oh no, this is not the Premier League. This is... offer him a new contract. He has improved a lot. Have I got any money? 1990. Got a few quid. We could offer him a contract. He's improved a great deal. If we have a look at his development, he's definitely gone up, but I mean, he's demanding a position in this team at the moment. He's definitely gone up. Improve his endurance. Can't do endurance. Yes, he can. Has performed especially well in training. I think we'll offer him a new contract. Possibly. He wants between 68 and 83. I think we can go for that. So I think you're asking for a little bit too much. 58 and 71. Okay. What's he on now? 41. We can afford that. No, I'm not. I just talked to the agent. Donkey. Important player, though. Regular starter, buddy. $66. I think we would probably afford that. But we can go to 62. And the rest looks good to me, but he's not budging on that, is he? Yes, he is. So that's that done. Are they good or bad at free kicks? Did I look at? No analysis. I wonder why. I don't think there's a report on the free kicks. You don't get that for European competition. That's interesting. We'll just go with what he says then. Because I don't know any better. I knew it was teams got probably the worst one. You're starting with the Leeds. I don't think it really matters. I think anybody can beat United. If they turn up and play aggressively, anybody can beat United. United do not like it when teams play aggressively. All they got to do is get stuck in. Allende Velasco. He wants Winkler in the team. But I'm not dropping Arribas. Oh, he's unregistered. That's why. So Winkler will have to come in. Keita is unregistered. Makengo, the forgotten man. And Atom is just about fit, isn't he? Grenback. Stankovic. Arribas has got to leave the bench. It doesn't matter, does it? We're just filling up the bench here. Okay. Let's go and see how we get on. It's a shame. I didn't want to drop Arribas. Worst performing team, is it us? No. See, we keep getting these in second and third, but I'm not seeing them doing anything. When I'm playing them, we're losing games, and I played the other lot, we started winning. And we've been playing in comprehensive, so I am seeing some of what the players are doing. Not all of it. You get a better idea in full match. Come on then. We need a win here, boys. We need to progress to the next round. Velasco's doing very well up front. He'll probably want a new contract as well. Okay, so I think we've got this set up right. Yep. Yep. We want to put him under pressure. Let's go for it, boys. Under pressure. Who is your team, James? And who are you playing first up? Andy is a Liverpool fan. I know Andy's a Liverpool fan. So who have Liverpool got, Andy? Changes his mind a lot, this assistant. Why do we keep telling them about the recent praise? Nobody's praising them. They've been awful. Brighton. Oh, easy 3 points there, Andy. Thomas Holes took the kickoff because he was 100%. He was the only one on 100% when the game started. It's good to see you, Andy. It's a pleasure to have you in always. Oh, and happy birthday for the other day as well. I hope you had a really good day. Aston Villa away. Hopefully have a better team by then. I'm a little concerned with end of season emotions. Oh, are you Sunderland? James, you're Sunderland, or are you Newcastle? I can't remember now. Are you Newcastle? Newcastle, I think you are, aren't you? Pretty sure. Now, this is interesting, because we've scored a number of set pieces, as has Alande, because he came with this reputation of being this great set piece taker. Is he finally, after like 6 months, has he finally remembered, oh, hang on, I'm a bit of a set piece taker? Because it's taken him this long, and we've recently scored a few. Are you, just Villa, are you ready for the round 2 of the Cup? Round 2 of which Cup? Oh, you're talking to Andy there. Sorry, I won't interfere. And birthday yesterday. Awesome. I don't celebrate mine anymore, Andy. Way too old. And now it's 2-0. Slavia Prague obviously not as good as I gave them credit for. Liverpool versus Newcastle in the Cup. Newcastle beat Liverpool in the last cup encounter, as I recall, didn't they? Didn't that happen? Not sure. Two birthdays. An unofficial birthday. I like my birthday will be over 28 days in October. That's my unofficial 28-day birthday. I found tickets at the moment. I was checking the price of tickets over to Vietnam, and I found like you can get a return now for $5.99. And I thought it was going to go the other way with what's going on. I thought oil prices were going up. But airlines seem to be in panic that people are not going to fly anywhere. So I think I'll book it tonight after this, because $5.99 is unthinkable to go 2 ways to Vietnam and back. That's like $300 each way. That is unheard of. So I think I will book that tonight. It's important to stay focused, boys. I haven't told them that for a while. Makengo needs to ease off the tacos a little bit, sunshine. This will be 3 wins on the trot. If we win this, we'll have won 3 games on the bounce, and that does not happen. It's like, what is going on here? That's fire, Iran, though. No, it's non-stop, Andy. I think they'll probably reroute it the China way, the northern way. I love Vietnam. Vietnam's my second home. But I might have to stop going to Vietnam soon because all my goddaughters will be back in the Philippines very soon. So I'll probably just be going to the Philippines. Free fireworks from the plane window. You betcha. But that is like a very serious situation, but we don't want to go into that now. Time to bring somebody off. Probably João Gomez does need a rest. He hasn't had a rest for a while. Got plenty of boys who can come on in that spot. Dominguez, maybe. Or... yeah, it'd have to be Dominguez for this one. Velasco's not having his greatest game today, is he? And then probably keep rotating the wing backs. Timon is gone. So Fincroft can come in for him. I'm fairly happy we can let that go. Just wait a little bit to see if they get a little bit more tired. Have this team suddenly learned how to play football? Oh, Scott. Should have scored. What was wrong with using your left foot? Maybe he can't use his left foot. His left foot's weak, that's why. They're just like, even Winkler's turned up. I don't understand what's happening since we lost 5-1 in the final. We've looked unbeatable. I don't get it. All right, I didn't get excited when we beat Watford. But now we've beaten Bournemouth and we're just taking Slavia Prague, who are a similar team to us. We saw the comparison. They're not that much worse than us, and we're taking them to the cleaners. What is going on here? It's very strange. Who's that? He could get offside. Come on, make it 4. Cut back. Easy as pie. Winkler's got another one. What is going on here? Where did you guys learn how to do that? Because it wasn't when I was around. Maybe that they've all suddenly turned up. They have arrived at Ipswich. Who knows? Right, let's make some more changes. Upset a few boys. They're all playing really well. Alex Scott's been a bit out of sorts. So we will bring on Grenbach, and then we're going to bring on Moorstadt for Velasco. Just give him 10 minutes to see if 15 minutes, see if he can get a goal. Early in the season, he was fantastic. He was just standing in the 6-yard box and tapping them in. So it would be good to see him get another goal. He's been really poor since he got injured. Would be good to see him get another goal. We've seen Winkler get 2. Surely Moorstadt can get 1. Just sit in the 6-yard box and you'll be fine. Yeah, India. Pakistan could easily get involved. How's the movement in your hand? I'm having tests next week or the week after, Andy. I think they need to do surgery. I think you might have seen that post on Facebook. So they're going to do some conductive tests, about 10 days, I think. And they apparently will prove that the surgeon's right or will prove that he's wrong. So either way, he's convinced that it's the ulnar nerve and he needs to operate to free the nerve. And he thinks it's in my elbow that the problem is, which seems very strange. So Dominguez can come back here. And Bajetic. I haven't seen Bajetic in a while. He's going to get 5 minutes or so. 3 minutes. 4 minutes. And that's a job well done. I thought they were going to be better than that. So that's given everybody else a warning. And we have now gone into a very strange phase. I mean, I'm bitterly disappointed that the score was like that against Arsenal in the final. But I suppose I got to take the blame. Maybe the line shouldn't have been lower, but I thought it was the right call. And then after that, something weird has happened. So it's not been too bad if we can put the League Cup final back into the distance. It was Arsenal at the end of the day, and they look unbeatable. And they may well be still. So, wow, so many today. 293 people have been in. 13 likes, though. It's not a great deal. But if you're there and you haven't liked, give us a like, guys. I would appreciate that a lot. And I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm also going to go out for a walk. A pre-bed walk. Still trying to lose weight. And hopefully, all being well, we'll be back with the next Ipswich one on Sunday. Is it Sunday? I have no idea now. Monday and Wednesday is Ipswich, I think. And Friday and Sunday is Sunderland. So Friday will be Sunderland and Ipswich will be on Sunday. We're coming towards the end of the season. I'm still hopeful that we can win the Conference League, but the league performance has just been a shambles. And we're better than that, and I really don't know what's going on. So thank you very much, guys, and hopefully I'll see one or two of you, or maybe even all of you, on Friday. Thanks for coming by. And enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Be safe. Take care. See you when I see you, guys.